When I decided to change my career path completely, the thought of abandoning everything I had built up until then was like a nightmare. I literally had to start from scratch. Just one thing, or rather a strategy, made me say to myself, okay, no matter what, just start and don't give up at any cost. A few years ago, when I was younger, I reached a point in my professional life where I had to make a pivotal decision. I wanted to make a major career change, and that would require taking a significant risk. On the one hand, I was fairly certain that the timing for this change was right. I felt like if I didn't make the move now, I might miss out on an opportunity. On the other hand, the thought of leaving behind all the hard work I had put in over the years was disheartening, and there was no guarantee of success. If you're going through something similar right now, I totally get it. I know how you feel. It is not an easy time for you. Now, as I'm talking to you, I'm far from those times, and I eventually made it through. Do you know what helped me to eventually overcome the anxiety of a career change? I imagined myself 10 years down the line continuing to live the same old life, and then boom. When I was a student in music school, I strongly believed that I was following the best path in life. Thanks to talent and hard work, I had made significant progress in a relatively short period of time. This progress continued after graduation. I expanded my professional connections and I lived as a professional musician. My plan was to reach the highest level possible as a musician. The problem was that my personality wasn't one-dimensional. Music wasn't my only interest. I was also fascinated by intellectual and human sciences. Over time, my curiosity grew about law, economics, political science, and philosophy. The more I read, the more I felt the urge to study law. Long story short, I faced a major obstacle in making this change. It was the years I had invested in music. It wasn't a simple decision at all. Would starting a new path mean wasting my previous efforts? Was it too late for such a change? Ultimately, using this simple technique helped me to overcome my doubts. The idea of being a professional musician for the rest of my life was not a terrifying image for me, to be honest. It was not something that even caused me anguish to think about. I've always had a strong interest in music, and I still do. If I had continued on my previous path, I would have likely progressed, expanded my professional network, and would have been relatively satisfied with my situation. But what pushed me towards a change was the thought of regretting not pursuing my goal and my passion for law in 10 years. The idea that I might still want to make change, but the life has become so busy that I can't even consider starting over. In other words, my driving force for change was the fear of regret. Regretting not pursuing a goal I believed that I was capable of. This technique worked for me, let alone those who are fed up with their current job already and hate what they do. Those who can't stand even the thought of heading back to work tomorrow morning. Those who wish they could fast forward through weekdays, looking forward only to the 2 days of weekend freedom. I am by no means saying you should quit your job immediately after watching this video. I'm not suggesting you jeopardize your financial security all of a sudden. Just the opposite, it might be wise to start saving up money more seriously from now on. For example, try to save at least 2 or 3 months worth of expenses before you decide to quit your current job, so that you don't feel too much financial pressure. Instead of letting the idea of changing careers like a vague and troublesome thought that eventually turns into regret, try to explore the idea more deliberately and thoughtfully. Don't let it remain just a nagging thought that never becomes a reality. To emphasize the importance of change, let's turn to the book Who Moved My Cheese by Spencer Johnson. In this classic, Johnson uses a simple story to examine how individuals and organizations deal with change. One of the main ideas of the book is that change is inevitable, and those who embrace it have a better chance of survival and success. The book encourages us to let go of our fear of the unknown and embrace new opportunities. Now, it's your turn. Imagine yourself a decade from now. Imagine the environment around you, the people you're with, and the activities you are doing. If your current situation does not match this vision, it might be time to consider a change. Remember, change is not just about leaving familiar things behind, but about moving towards a better version of yourself, the best version possible for you. Identify the areas of your life that you want to improve or change. Visualize the changes you want to make in as much detail as possible. Make sure that these changes are not impulsive and that they are actually achievable. It's absolutely normal for your ideas to evolve over time, but it's important to have a sense of confidence and believe in yourself and your abilities to make the changes you want. To ensure successful change, it's important to set achievable goals and create an action plan. Don't let change remain a vague concept in your mind. The difference between those who are successful and those who aren't is that successful people have goals and unsuccessful people have wishes. Use your free time to gather information about the new field you are interested in. And of course, don't quit your current job until you've taken the necessary initial steps. This could cause you unnecessary stress and make it even harder to make a transition. Seek help and advice from friends, family members, or mentors who have undergone similar changes. Never underestimate the power of family and friends who support you during a transition. Their support can be incredibly uplifting and sometimes even more valuable than hours of online research. Talking to people who have gone through similar experiences can help you visualize a promising future and fuel your motivation. Embrace the discomfort that often comes with change, knowing that it's a natural part of growth. Stay positive and focus on the potential positive outcomes of the changes you are creating. That's it for this video. Please consider liking and subscribing if you found this video helpful. Until next time, take care.